January 11th, 2013, from the stylish high-tech underground studios of Ribbit Media in Warwick, Rhode Island, this is NewsUndies. For January 11th, 2013, this is NewsUndies, all the news that shouldn't be news. First, a programming note. For 2013, NewsUndies is returning to a weekly schedule. The first 3 weeks of each month will be much shorter shows with headlines and a couple of feature stories. The fourth week of each month will be a longer magazine format show, like last year's shows. And now, without further ado, I'm Paul Torville with these headlines. Despite the re-election of Barack Obama, the world failed to end on December 21st, 2012. School shooting in Connecticut ignites gun rights versus regulation debate for the first time ever. Why it is that this never occurred to anyone anywhere ever before is a mystery whose answer is known only to God. Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez calls inauguration a formality, not to be confused with being elected in the first place. Weatherman Al Roker admits having pooped his pants. Okay. Despite predictions of the most sophisticated computer models, Kim Kardashian continues to exist as a public figure. The History Channel fails to stop rebroadcasting decade-old Mayan prophecy programs beyond December 21st, 2012. Amy Winehouse's death continues to prove more interesting than her music. In wake of Sandy Hook shooting, NRA's Wayne LaPierre demonstrates compassion toward nation's most persecuted minority, gun owners. Up escalator suddenly reverses, 5 injured. No, really. We've actually come to this. Western civilization stands a chance of being undone by escalators. CNN's Piers Morgan unable to wring a simple answer to a gun question from radio blowhard Alex Jones. According to the scientifically unreliable National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, 2012 officially the hottest year on record for the lower 48 states. Thank goodness global warming is unsupported by evidence. Congress fails to resolve the fiscal cliff or Sandy aid, but passes pay raises for itself. Priorities, people. John Boehner retains position as Speaker of the House, also known as third in line to the Oval Office. Yikes. Yeah, look it up. Al Haig had to. Gun Appreciation Day scheduled for January 19th. Not that that date has any significance. Glenn Beck claims Piers Morgan is making gun enthusiasts look crazy. Yes, because Alex Jones is calm, rational, and not at all paranoid. Challenging someone to a boxing match as a demonstration that escalating violence is ultimately a losing proposition is a total win. Hasbro is out to replace your favorite Monopoly token with something dumb. Thankfully, you can vote for your favorite dumb thing to replace your beloved traditional token. NPR reports parents in Encinitas, California are incensed over yoga being taught in gym class. The worry is that it might introduce the children to Hinduism. I'm sure the parents complaining about this aren't Christians pushing to get creationism taught in science classes or anything. That would be absurd. Considering the real and immediate threats facing children in Southern California, it seems perfectly sensible to get bent out of shape about yoga. The real worry is that they will finally be flexible enough to try what the cat has been teaching them all these years, and parents will never be able to get the kids dressed and out of the house in time for the bus. And finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? Conspiracy theories are as old as mental illness and political power. That's not to say that there haven't been conspiracies. There have. Watergate is a fine example of a conspiracy which worked for a bit and was ultimately undone. Then there are the Holocaust deniers, the Roswell Area 51 alien bunch, and the dinosaur fossils are put there by God to test our faith team. These are all the folks with the leprechauns on their shoulders reminding them not to burn down their workplaces. You can hear the voices, can't you? Well, it had to happen. A Florida conspiracy douche says Sandy Hook may not have happened. Professor James Tracy, who teaches culture of conspiracy at Florida Atlantic University, asserts the shooting may have happened differently, if at all. Well, okay, Professor Tracy, philosophically certainty is an illusion. If you are correct, however, and Sandy Hook was a political maneuver, it seems to me that the forces at work are so far out of your league that it doesn't matter what you think you've uncovered or how many people you tell. The fact is, you're going down, Professor Tracy, sooner or later, one way or another, either at the hands of the black helicopter-flying New World Order Bilderberg Illuminati, the inconsolable loved ones of those killed in the shooting, or by simple natural causes. The question is whether you go down kicking and screaming like a loon, or whether you go down enjoying the ride. Well, that's all for this edition of NewsUndies. If you see news that shouldn't be news, you can submit your story tips online at NewsUndies.com. NewsUndies is a weekly show. We'll be back on Friday, January 18th with fresh undies. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, ignore us on MySpace, and tell your friends to buy NewsUndies Kitsch. Thanks for watching. Until next time, for all of us here at NewsUndies, I'm Paul Torville. After that, I might be hugging random people with nuclear arms. Wow!